Hello and welcome back to the channel. Thank you to everyone who checked out my first video and who has liked and subscribed. Just a reminder, I stream on Twitch every Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and I'm active on Twitter at Floofykins1. Links are in the description down below. Today, I wanted to tackle an important question as to what I do with my guild Eclipse in World of Warcraft. Raiding is the main component of our guild and is what we do together and is the unifying activity that we are all passionate about. I wanted to take some time today to explain what raiding is and why I believe it's important. I will mainly be discussing how this pertains to World of Warcraft, but these descriptions hold true across many MMORPG games. In World of Warcraft, much of the content is geared towards solo play or small group content, usually 5 players. On the other hand, raiding is defined as large group content, with groups of up to 40 players. Raids, or raid encounters, are released about every 6 to 8 months from Blizzard and are tackled by raiding teams. In modern World of Warcraft, raid teams consist of 10 to 30 players, and in older versions of World of Warcraft, these teams were hard capped at 40 people. So why join a raid team? Often, the best items in the game drop from raiding content. The best weapons, the best items to craft legendary items, or just a sense of pride of tackling the difficult challenge with some of your best friends. Every boss in a raid group drops loot for players to acquire, but this loot is not a guarantee, hence the need to clear the content each week for a chance to loot. Once your raid team is formed, you enter the raid instance. The raid instance is the area in the game designated for the raid that you must be in a raid team to enter. This is where the encounters or bosses are found. In between boss fights, there are enemies to kill that also have a small chance of dropping loot. Players commonly refer to enemies between bosses as trash. By now, you are probably wondering why people would raid after they get the best loot for their character, as a current raid can last half a year or longer. Players typically raid for the loot, but there are other aspects to it outside of gearing your character. When a raid releases, there is a frenzy of complex problem solving that occurs. Blizzard creates and tests the bosses, but provide the community at large no guidance on how to form strategies to kill the bosses in an efficient manner. They do provide a list of abilities of the encounters and give players a chance to see these bosses in their testing phases, but the information gleaned from this process is minimal. When a raid drops, almost every raid leader and raid member work together in a highly collaborative way to come up with strategies to defeat bosses. Over time, these strategies are made mainstream, and guides are made, but for the first month of a raid tier, many raid groups are creating ways to defeat bosses until there is a defined strategy laid out. Between the collaborative efforts of a raid leader and the raid team, the bosses fall quickly, and then speed and efficiency is needed to re-clear the bosses each week. There are also varying degrees of difficulty of raiding in World of Warcraft, meaning that you can kill the same boss across multiple difficulties and be rewarded each time. My role in Eclipse has been to build this team and when needed, lead it. I have been fostering and growing our raid team since 2015, and many of the people who raid with Eclipse are longtime members of over 4 years. Others are new and looking to stick around for the long haul. I find great value in tackling extremely difficult tasks with a group of talented and extremely sharp WoW players. It also helps form social connection and fosters a great sense of community in a guild. In upcoming videos, I'd like to delve into community building and guild and raid team dynamics and team building as well. That's all I have for this one. Thank you again for checking out my YouTube channel, and I hope to see some of you in Twitch chat in the future. Your continued support means the world to me and the group of us over at Eclipse. Thanks.